been the longest day. You wish you could hit erase, but you aren't lucky that way. Oh no, nobody's lucky that way. But I want you to stop where you are. I want you to hear your heart, 'cause that's how you stay on par. Oh yeah, no need to raise the bar when you're feeling low. Oh, you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be, 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 be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe.
That's breathe, that's breathe, that's breathe. Everybody come on in and take a deep breath. It is time for the Own Your Now show. It's Wellness Wednesday. I am your host, Tracy Berry McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I am your co-host, Yolanda Langford. And you know what they call me? Lady Yo.
Lady Yo, y'all. My Lady Yo. Hey, happy Wednesday, Lady Yo. How are you?
I am fantastic and happy Wednesday to you. Honey, you look a little sun-kissed.
Thank you. Thank you. I just came off of my Jamaican vacation with my bestie. You know, we take one every year together. Everybody has a bestie, and you got to do those cool things with your besties, right?
You absolutely do. And you all have been friends for quite some time. So I've been listening to some of their adventures for a couple of years. They have a great time.
Well, everybody, I hope that you are in the chat and you are letting us know what's going on with you. Lady O, it's Wednesday, and we got to just take in whatever the weather may be, wherever everyone is. But what's in your cup? What you sipping on?
Well, today I have some peach tea. It kind of reminds me of my Louisiana days, you know, in the sultry, humid, they would make that peach tea. It would be really, really sweet. Mine isn't super sweet, but peach tea is it for me today. How about you, Tracy? What you sipping on?
You know what? I got some good old lemonade. I've been just drinking it the whole time. And so, normally I have some tea, and I like sweet tea. You know that some people don't like sweet tea. They they don't like sweet tea.
They don't put any sweetener in it. No honey, no sugar, or any artificial sweeteners. They just drink straight up tea. I can sometimes, just like the black coffee, no sugar, no cream.
That's right. I can't drink it any other way. I can, but I choose not to.
That's right.
We are in the week of Father's Day. It's coming up this weekend, and I know a lot of people are probably going to already start shouting their fathers out. You all can shout them out the whole time, and we want to know, like, who has had an impact in your life. If it wasn't your father, maybe it was your grandfather or your uncle or your next door neighbor or your pastor. But we want to know, shout those people out in the chat right now. But Lady O, I want to ask you, we all have those favorite memories with our dad. And I know my dad has passed on, and your dad is still here living live and well in the STL. What are some of your favorite memories?
Oh my goodness. Taking coffee to my dad when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I'd take the coffee to the barn, and he would say, "Don't tell your mom," and he would let me have a sip. So I've been drinking coffee since I was 3 years old. And I remember also, I was a pageant girl, and I remember telling my dad, I needed to go to do this pageant, and then after that I had to go to the military ball, and my daddy worked overtime so that I could have my dresses. So I'm always just so just the love that he showed me, that I was important, the things that I was interested were important to him. So those are two good memories. What about you, Tracy?
And I love that. I have so many cool memories of my dad. My dad was, he loved cars. And so we would drive around in the cars, and he would tell me about all the different type of cars and how fast they would go and stuff like that. And but I remember one time he took me on a trip to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
It was the whole World's Fair type thing. And girl, at the time, we had this little bitty Pac-Man machine that I was playing on. And I remember we went and stopped to get gas, and then got back in the car, and I was like, "Where's my Pac-Man machine?" He's like, "It's gone." Girl, he put that thing in the trunk, and he just kept on rolling. Even then, we needed to have conversations in the car. So we have to remember those things. Yeah. And so shout out to Shout out to my dad and all the people who have lost your dads. It's most recently, we've lost a monarch in our family, my father-in-law, Barkley McGinn. So just shout out to those, because just like Mother's Day, Father's Day is important and it's difficult. And so that's why we got fathers coming in last week and this week. And y'all, let me tell you, we have an amazing father-son duo coming in today to give us some tea. Right, Lady O?
Absolutely. You know, when I first saw them, I thought, they're from St. Louis, and how have we not had them on our shows? But I am so honored today because of Father's Day, and they are, like you said, a father-son duo that is taking over the world. But we have them here first in STL.
Yes, that's right. So let's just jump right in and let everybody know who we're talking about. We're talking about Mr. Brian and his father, Mr. Thomas Owens. Brian Owens is an American soul artist whose music reflects St. Louis, a city infused with blues and soul and gospel, resulting in a style that is distinctly his own. He's been featured with fellow St. Louisans Michael McDonald and David Sanborn, both touring and recording. He's released 8 solo albums, including Love Came Down, Soul of Cash, and his father, Thomas Owens, is a veteran, a Vietnam veteran, and a pastor who chose his faith. Check this out, Lady O. Who chose his faith and his family over a career in the music industry. He worked as a food scientist with Nestle Boston for 40 years until his retirement. Talk about coming back. And now Brian and Thomas have captivated the online world for over a decade with their powerful rendition of Sam Cooke's timeless classic, A Change Is Gonna Come, which has 160 million views and counting on YouTube. Y'all know we got a YouTube side, so y'all better go follow if you haven't. Since then, their passionate, soul-stirring harmonies and genuine connection has garnered millions of fans, including the Own Your Now show right here with the Stand By Me, where you saw them on the Today Show and the National Morning Show's Father's Day episode. Man, y'all got to just check everything out. Good morning. Look, man, woman, friends, everybody, welcome to the Own Your Now show.
Hello. Well, you know, I have to give honor where honor is due. For the first, we're going to ask Mr. Owens, what's in your cup? What you sipping on, Mr. Owens?
I'm not sipping on anything right now, but I love coffee.
Okay, well, you coffee drinker.
Coffee's in my cup. Starbucks home.
I love it.
Little cream, maybe a little cream and sugar.
Maybe a little cream and sugar. I'm already laughing because your son just looked like, don't start your shenanigans early, Dad.
Ryan, what's in your cup? What you sipping on?
I'm sipping on a Vital Life.
Vital Life. All right.
I got too many kids. I gotta stay healthy. I gotta drink. I drink water and probiotic beverages and kombucha. That's what I drink. So.
Well, you know what? Now it's Father's Day. You done let the cat out the bag. How many kids do you have?
8.
Woo! Say that again.
So I have 8 and a bonus. I have 8 biological, and then I have a bonus son that we kind of unofficially adopted.
I love it. Well, you must have a big heart, and yes, you have to stay healthy to take care and run around with all those children.
Yes.
Well, tell us, of course, you've been together forever. What made you realize we can sing together as well? When did that start?
I mean, we've been singing together. Well, we've been singing my whole life. I mean, I grew up watching my dad sing with my older brothers in church. Mm-hmm. And then everybody in my family sang, my mom sang, everybody sang. It wasn't until probably when I was like in my mid-20s that we started singing together. And it was because randomly in a show, I just had him come up and sing A Change Is Gonna Come. And then from that point on, we would do things here and there. He sang on a couple of my records. But really, when the YouTube video of The Change Is Gonna Come went viral in 2017, that's when it really started to.
So now everyone's seen the video. We're one of the millions who have seen it. Did you know that night that you had created something special, or was it like, oh, we're just recording while we're singing and it just happened?
It was for a fundraiser for Kids Rock Cancer. Okay. And the video wasn't even the main part. We recorded an audio single. The video was just to promote that so people could go and download it. So the video was laying dormant. It was on YouTube for like 4 years, and somebody that I never met before named Owen Bucknell found it, posted it on Facebook, and then next thing we know, it, million views, 5 million views, 10 million views. And if you would have told me that it would be where it is right now, like I mean, I don't think either one of us thought that it would end up doing that.
Well, I think that's called a faith walk, Mr. Look, I'm make sure I know exactly who I'm talking to, Mr. Owens. When you talk about a faith walk, what does that look like for you?
A faith walk, service to human beings, service to human beings. That's connecting with human beings. And identifying with their struggles and having Jesus show me the opportunities that I have to get involved in their life and walk with them through their struggles. So that's my, that's the center of my blessing is my service to others day by day.
Now, Mr. Owens, did you know you had the gift of singing when you were young? And did your family realize that you had the gift of singing?
I think they did. And, I've been singing all my life. Since I was 5 years old, I've been singing all my life in church, talent shows, you name it. I just grew up singing. And then when I went in the military, I had a military career singing. Mm-hmm.
Now, Brian, do you have other siblings? Because sometimes when you have other siblings, they're kind of jealous that everybody didn't get the voice, because everybody don't always get the voice.
No, I got 2 older brothers. They both sing.
Wow.
They got to sing with my dad before me. Like, it ain't like, we don't all have opportunity. Like, we all just different. Like, we all can sing, but how we went about it, the extent to which we decided to take musical training and those kind of things was just different. I was just the one that ended up pursuing it.
Got it.
As a pathway.
And see, my other 2 sons were in the choir with me.
Yeah, right. We used in the church.
And Brian was never in the choir. But
wait a minute. So the other 2.
Brian wasn't in the choir, but he was in a group and in our church. And I always had this deep desire to sing with me.
Oh, you ain't gonna tell me that.
Sang with my, because my wife and I followed his career from high school. And when he was in talent shows and that kind of thing, we were there supporting him and that kind of thing. Yeah. And it was always in my heart. One of these days, I'm gonna get a chance.
You should have said something. He didn't say nothing.
Well, he probably was like wanting you to have all the light on you, but he knew you had just a little ray of sunshine to lean on and shine on him, and we are all blessed for it. Now, Brian, not only do you sing, but you also are a filmmaker.
You could call it that.
A New Holiday by Brian Owens film. I just watched it today, and there's some St. Louis greats in there. Kennedy Holmes, Anita Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us
Sophia
about
Stevens. Yeah.
Talk to us about your film and your film career and how that all works with your music.
I wasn't even looking to do it. What's funny is right, like probably like 2 years before the pandemic happened, because it was filmed during the pandemic. 2 years before the pandemic happened, I was on an interview, and I think I said something to the effect of, I don't know what God's going to do with my life. He can completely change my platform from music to something else. I don't know. I may end up making films one day. And I knew that could be a possibility, but I had no pathway toward it. In the pandemic, I was asked to do some stuff for Dave and Thelma Stewart, and particularly for Thelma's birthday. And the thing that we landed on was, what if we did a film that reflected parts of her life, was themed, and that was my intro to the first thing that I got to direct. So I would say I came to it by providence, not necessarily by like, I'm going to make a film, and it's just I find that God is allowing me to be able to utilize the creative space, my creative assets, as an avenue of hope and an avenue to like extend doorways for the gospel. And so I don't turn any of those things down. And I love film. And so it's a lot like producing records, like making films and producing records. There's a lot of similarities to the process, working with people. So, yeah, that's good. And I did one that following year with Melina Smith, who's one of my mentees.
Yes,
So that was on PBS. Yeah. Yeah.
Several times. Her voice is so unique. She's amazing.
She is.
My mini me.
Mr. Owens, you recently, a couple of weeks ago, had a birthday, right?
Yes, I did. A great birthday.
That's awesome. How does it feel that you performing all over? I mean, you've been on the Today Show. You're making it happen.
You know, Brian creates these situations. I just, you know, it's just great that I get a chance to perform with him and my grandkids also. Perform.
Oh, wow, now we're bringing grandkids into it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, the show on Sunday. Like we did a show last year, and it was good. People have no idea.
We're going to talk about that show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that show. Now, you know what? I'm going to ask Mr. Owens. We always ask, what would you tell your young self as you see your life today? What would you tell your young self maybe when you were 18 years old?
What would I tell? Take advantage of the opportunities that God is giving you at the time He gives them to you. Make the most of every moment. And that's what the singing career is about. It's making the most of every moment. Walk with Jesus now, as He is giving you the opportunity to live to the full extent of the blessings He has for you right now. Because you don't know if that's your last moment.
You don't. Ooh, you can't top that, Brian. Add to it, please.
Are you asking me what would I say to myself?
Yes.
Listen to your dad. And your mom. Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents.
Yes.
And I agree with you because they have lived a little longer than we have. And we look back and we say, oh, mom said that 10 years ago. Dad told me that 20 years ago. So that's good advice, especially on Father's Day. Yes. Listen to your dad. I love that. So Brian, when you all pick songs, because I mean, I always find myself getting emotional when I watch your songs because they're just all full of feeling. Do you pick them because they make you feel a certain way? How do you pick a song?
For us, I try to pick stuff that he knows. Okay. That's the first thing. Or that are stylistically similar to what he's comfortable with.
Yeah.
So that like I don't do a ton of like contemporary stuff because stylistically he may not be comfortable with it. But a lot of the stuff that we do is like late 60s, early to mid 70s, those kind of melodies and rhythmic things, you know, are kind of in his wheelhouse. And then like I want to do music that promotes hope. And I always say this and leaves the door open for the gospel. I want people to ask questions and be able to see things within our relationship and the way we do a song that leaves a door open for those kind of conversations. But generally, I'm just trying to pick stuff that I know, you know, kind of fits his sensibilities. I mean, he can sing anything, so I'm not worried about whether or not he can sing it. I don't know. You know.
Your favorite? Who are some of your favorite artists?
Me?
Mr. Owens.
Yeah.
Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Soul Stirrers. Y'all know about them? Caravan.
Talk to us about it.
I go with O'Neal Twins. Y'all know them?
Jesus dropped the charges. Jesus dropped the charges.
I'm stuck in the 60s and 70s. And yeah.
That's music, right?
And how about you, Brian? Who were your musical muses?
Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye. No, Donny Hathaway. I listen to a lot like Donny Hathaway, Curtis Mayfield, Otis. I mean, a lot of stuff that he said. Ray Charles, Nat Cole, Sinatra. I mean, it's a lot. Like my musical palette was kind of wide open growing up, and so there were a lot of influences, which is why the stuff that we do is so diversified. You know what I'm saying? Like doing Bob Dylan covers or doing doing Jim. I love Jim Croce. We got a cover of that's going to be on our record. So, I just, I gravitate towards both, whether they are vocalists or vocal musicians, people who have a way of interpreting and presenting songs and music in a way that really are soulful.
Yeah, evoking them.
So like it's not genre specific. Like I love Luciano Pavarotti.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. We would love to know. So you guys have a concert coming up. I mean, is it this Sunday or this Saturday? What's the date?
June 16th. It is on Father's Day because we don't be doing nothing on Father's Day for fathers. Come on, y'all. Let's do something. Look, I love mamas. They get the whole month. That's the day. Let's treat them. Come on out. Let's do a concert and honor the fathers.
Tell us about where will the concert be?
Sheldon Concert Hall, which is my favorite place on the planet to sing in. And so musically speaking, I'm really looking forward to what it's going to be in that space. Of course, it's going to have me and Dad, but my whole family for the first time ever. My wife, kids, everybody's going to be on the show. We got a string orchestra, pop. Some of the baddest cats from St. Louis will be on the stage that night. It's gonna be special. It won't be like anything anybody's ever seen us or me do before. And so I'm really excited about that.
Man, so all I can think about is the fact that this is the second annual.
Yeah.
Are you all gonna top? You got to. The first is always amazing. What are you looking forward to? Are we getting some exclusives? Because Lady Up loves some exclusives. Mr. Owens, do you got some tea that you're going to share with us? What do we can look forward to?
I'm looking forward to singing with my grandkids. My grandkids are going to be in this show.
It's a family affair,
and it don't get no gooder than this. It don't get no gooder.
I love it.
Than singing with my grandkids, because this is a part of my service to them, And so this is a great blessing for me. Just to be in the show, singing with my son, but singing with singing with the family.
Yes.
And my grandkids. It's a blessing. Yeah.
It is. Brian, how can everybody get tickets? How can they get tickets?
You can go to metrotix.com. You can go to brianowenssoul.com. You can go to the Sheldon's website, and you'll have tickets and information there. If you can't be in person, we have a live stream. We're live streaming the show. So everybody across the country, you know what I'm saying? Get 10 friends together, split $25. You know what I'm saying? Get a live stream ticket, make it an event. The show won't be, it'll be like, hour, 15 hour, 20-minute show. It's not long, but it'll be impactful.
That's good. This is a family affair. I'm looking forward to it. And like you said, like the acoustics in Sheldon Hall is absolutely phenomenal. So it's going to be a great time. Everybody needs to come out. I want to talk to you all about, because we always love to talk about when people come together collectively to create music. You've done some beautiful covers, but you just recently came together with some phenomenal men. Talk to us about this journey.
So I met Michael McDonald. I've met him actually like 3 or 4 times over the course of my life, which is really interesting. But I got a chance to open for him in 2015. And ever since then, we became friends. And so I met him, was open to doing music with him. Then I met his son, Dylan, who's really talented. And Dylan sang on my Solar Cash record. So, but we had all never done anything together. So when we were talking about this album and the opportunity to have, it's called the idea, the concept is duetting with your dad. The first father-son duo that's low-hanging fruit for me is Dylan and Michael McDonald. And so I called them up and I was like, man, we should do a song together. It's like, I would love to do Bob Dylan's Forever Young, because that song is it's a prayer. It is a prayer of a father or just a parent over their child. And when we got together to do it, it was, I don't know if you remember, at the end of January, there was a day where it was like a really bad ice storm.
Yes.
It was really bad. That's the day we had scheduled to record.
Wow.
And we was like, and they had driven up from Nashville the day before, and we was like, look, I don't care if we got to start 5 hours late. we gonna get this in.
Yeah.
And from the moment we got in there, and I've sang with Dylan before. Dylan, we were saying, but hearing Mike and my dad sing together, that's what for me. I was like, I think this is gonna be special.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be special, and I think that it really did. It turned out to be a really special moment, and I know for Mike, it's a special moment for him to be able, to sing in that context with Dylan and all of these amazing St. Louis musicians that are from his hometown.
It's history. That's history. I made history that day. Mr. Owens, how was it for you?
This was it was a phenomenal experience for me, because I've sung with a lot of artists, but me and Mike just hit it. We just we hit it off, and I just appreciated his humility.
Yeah.
Now this guy is fine, but he just comes into the studio and puts it on the table and works with you to get it worked out, Yeah. And the humility with which he does it just really bless him. And I could, in that atmosphere,
yes,
I could really relax, and he and I just really did a great vocal exchange in that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Beautiful. If you all are just tuning in, we're talking about the Owens literally doing a duel. We call it a duet with
It wasn't a duel. We wasn't fighting.
Duet,
it was
with Mr. Michael McDonald and his son Dylan. So everybody is from St. Louis. Are you originally from St. Louis? Is the Owens family, or where are you from?
East Side.
East Boogie.
Madison.
And I'm from Madison, Illinois. That's where I grew up.
Yeah. And I grew up, and then we moved to Belleville. So I basically grew up in Belleville.
All over the world. We're really excited about all the things that you all are doing, and we're thankful that you came on. We always ask everybody their affirmation word. We would love to hear from you first, Mr. Owens. What is your affirmation word?
Affirmation word.
A word that has meaning to you.
I would say Jesus. That's the word.
Word.
That's the word.
And then everything else. Because in the beginning was the word. That's the word.
Ain't no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Brian, give us the word.
That is, I mean, yeah, I wake up every day not worried about anything. And it's not because there's not anything to worry about in a human sense.
Yeah.
It's because, the Lord has provided eternity. I like whatever happens in this life is just in this life. Like it's temporal. And so,
I love that.
It informs everything else. I think it informs why we sing the way we sing, why we respond the way we respond to the things that happen in our lives. And I think that translates in everything that we do. That's the word, the name above all names. That's the word.
You hear that, Lady O?
I sure do. I sure do. And it's all, they are all both correct.
Yeah. The first thing that I thought of is, of course, Jesus. That's the word, period. We can't add to that. And then he said eternity. And, we've all experienced loss.
That's
And
right. That's right.
this last couple of weeks, and like I said earlier in the show, losing my father-in-law, you look for words that are comforting to people, but that eternity, Brian, that's it. Knowing that, look, we got eternal life if you get it right, baby. You got it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Lady O, we didn't do the exclusive, but with Forever Young at the end. But what is your affirmation word, Lady O?
Well, looking at these two handsome gentlemen, family. And it's my word because it means so much. A lot of times we take our family for granted, and it's those special days like Father's Day, Mother's Day, that we really focus in on one individual in the family. So my word for this week is family.
Yeah. That's it. Well, my affirmation word for this week, the word for this week is going to be love. I think that I'm taking love because love is something that that's all you have to hold on to, and the eternal love of having your God as your father.
Yes.
Some people don't have a father, but even if you haven't, hopefully you've experienced a man or a pastor or someone in your life to encourage you and uplift you. And so I hope you have found those people to love on you, and if you haven't, then it's okay, because guess what? Jesus loves you.
Absolutely.
You find Jesus, and he'll be your family.
Right.
You'll have eternal life. So continue
Lord Jesus.
That's it. We got an exclusive. That's it. Brian, you introduce your video for everyone.
Oh, everybody. Here is probably the best song I've ever produced in my life. And not because I'm a great producer, because Michael and Dylan McDonald and all the musicians who played on this leaned into the experience, and we found something that we weren't even looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Forever Young.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you.
May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay
forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth. See the light surrounding you.
May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong. May you stay. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young, forever young, ever young, ever young. May you stay, may you stay, may you stay forever young, stay forever young. Ooh, deep down in our heart, we got to stay forever, forever young, forever. May you stay, may you stay forever young, stay forever, forever young, stay forever young.
Woo! Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. That is a beautiful, beautiful song. How do you feel when you see it? Like when you just saw that video, do you get some of those same butterflies?
Yeah, different every time I hear it. You know, I have different reflections about it, and especially with the pictures at the end bring back memories. So not the same. I don't feel the same every time I hear it. I feel differently, but it's always an inspiration.
Oh, yes, and I'll tell you, it's always it's emotional. Those pictures at the end, I was like, oh my goodness. Bob Dylan wrote that song for his children.
Yeah.
And now look at y'all singing it together, father and son, and then you have children that are joining in, and that's a beautiful thing. I have one last thing, and I know I'd be remiss. What's your favorite gospel song, Mr. Owens?
Favorite gospel
Here's your
song.
favorite gospel song.
Jesus Wash.
Can we get a little of that?
Sam Cooke, Jesus Wash.
Can we get a little of that?
How'd it go? Sing it, sing it.
Jesus Wash. Y'all know that?
Yes, I do.
He just gave us a tidbit, huh, Brian? What's your favorite gospel song, Brian?
In Christ Alone.
Now, your dad gave us a little bit, so we're waiting.
In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are still, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Woo! Let me just say this right now. I don't know where y'all gonna be on June 16th. You better get your tickets.
Yeah,
So
VIP sold out.
It's sold out.
VIP sold out. Yeah.
But you do have some general tickets left.
Yeah, we got some general tickets left.
Okay, well, you know what? They're going to try to get into the general because VIP is sold out. That's what, you can't wait too late with the Owenses.
You really can't. You better get on it.
Or watch online. If if you wait too late, you can always watch.
Yes.
Live. Yeah, something about being.
But in person, it's gonna be special.
Yes.
Special.
We thank you so much for saying yes.
Thanks
to
for
us.
having me.
Thank you.
The album, when it's going to be released, or whenever it's released, you got to come back.
Yeah. The album will come out July 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will be calling to book you all back so we can talk about all the songs on the album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. We continue to
Thank you.
all the blessings that you all deserve truly deserve all the blessings. And to all of our audience, please share, and share some more. You know that we are on, we want to say, he said he from the east side. We on the Facebook side and we on the YouTube side. You can also follow Brian on Facebook as well as Instagram. And you all go and listen to those and go get your tickets at the Sheldon. Please.
Yes.
Please, go get your tickets. Lady O, what you think? Is it time for us to wrap it up?
Time to wrap it up. You know, I always leave with giving you peace, love, and positivity.
Woo, Jesus. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
I am unstoppable. Let me hear you say